Claire, you could talk a starving dog off a meat truck. Those words of admiration from the publisher of the Lexington, Virginia newspaper captured Clare Berry's positive can-do attitude and a work ethic she has followed throughout her life of service to the beach's community. Not technically a native, Claire was 5 months old when her parents moved to Jacksonville. Her father was an insurance executive who joined Gulf Life Insurance as vice president of group sales. Claire remembers him as the consummate gentleman, while both parents tried to make a difference with their spirit of service to others. With that background, Claire was genetically predisposed to approach life with a servant's heart and a perpetual smile on her face. Claire Gebert was a rising high school senior when her family moved to Nashville. It was there she met her future husband, Vance Berry. They married after Vance's first year of law school at Washington and Lee University in Lexington, where Claire worked for the local paper selling ads. She had earned a degree in English from Auburn University after transferring from the School of Architecture so she could complete her degree in 4 years instead of 5 and marry Vance. After her husband graduated, he had opportunities to interview with major firms throughout the Southeast. But it was an interview at the Ponte Vedra Beach home of Arthur Milam that sealed the deal for them. Milam's home was the iconic Paul Rudolph-designed oceanfront home, and Claire instantly charmed Milam by providing details of the house she had studied in one of her architecture classes. He immediately took a liking to her and hired me, Vance tells us. Claire and Vance quickly adapted to the beach lifestyle. Growing up, she often celebrated her birthday at the Ponte Vedra Club, where her parents were members. Now she joined the small staff of the Ponte Vedra Recorder, doing everything from writing stories, proofreading, and selling ads. The job introduced her to numerous people in the community while covering a variety of social events. It also opened doors for her, which happened 3 years later when a group of prominent businessmen approached her to help them launch a new Beaches newspaper. When she agreed to be the business manager of the Sun-Times, they asked if she was good with numbers and could prepare a pro forma for the business. Of course, she said yes, then went home and asked Vance, "What's a pro forma?" Luckily, she was married to a business lawyer, and together they put together a pro forma financial statement. 1 year later, former beach legend Tom Wood purchased the paper, and her journey through the media business continued, taking her next to Arvida Clearview Cable TV. She'd go door to door introducing people to cable television and earning the huge sum of $1 per subscription. Her husband said you can't do that in Sawgrass, but she did, saying,
"They practically pulled me in the door. I have clients today who tell me back in the day when I was there selling them cable, they couldn't have been happier, and they remember me still."
She became the office manager for the cable company, but soon began looking for something more fulfilling. And real estate checked all the boxes for her. After working for 5 years with Watson Realty and Marsh Landing Realty for 3, Claire was ready to go into business for herself. Berry and Company Real Estate was incorporated in 1993, and she hasn't looked back since. Her business slogan of resourceful, responsible, respected reflects her work ethic. Her goal was and remains to help her customers make the best decisions through sharing experience and knowledge with honesty and integrity. And her attention to her clients' needs has brought her multiple honors, from Realtor of the Year, twice, to landing in the Realtors Circle of Honor. Even with her business success that Vance tells us keeps her working all the time, Claire never forgets about giving back to the community. She's just completed her 41st year chairing the Players Services Committee with the Players Championship. Even after all those years, she says,
"I still have the same passion and energy I've always had. I get so excited about rolling out the red carpet for the players every year, and I work to make their time here as enjoyable and stress-free as possible."
And now, she's extended her volunteer efforts by chairing the Players Services Committee for the Furyk and Friends Tournament, a PGA Tour Champions event. The PGA Tour is only one of the many organizations and nonprofits Clare supports with her time, talent, and treasure. She's been a big supporter of BEAM, the Beach's Emergency Assistance Ministry, our local museums, including the Beaches Museum, and Episcopal High School, where she attended until moving to Nashville. She served on the Episcopal Board of Trustees for 7 years, chaired multiple committees, and was honored as Alumna of the Year in 2018. Clare Berry is committed to her family, which includes their son, Vance Berry III, and giving back to the community. She'll tell you that attitude of gratitude is a mantra she lives by every day.
Every day, there's something to be grateful for, and it's easy to find if you just look for it. Sometimes people don't see that, and I love the challenge of turning someone else's negative into a positive,
She says.
For me, it's a way of looking at life, and it's also a way of helping others.
Today, Clare Berry can probably still talk that starving dog off a meat truck, but she does it as one of the dedicated individuals recognized as a beach legend.